we had a pretty rough year last year and didn't really get to show what I can do, I think. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think anyone on this team can just be phenomenal. Any one of us can like pop off on a match day. I think that's just what's so special about this team.
Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview covering VCT Americas Stage 1. For this occasion, I have here with me Cryocells of 100 Thieves, who are coming off of a grand finals victory over G2 esports 3-0 to finish as the VCT Americas champion. So, Cryo, thank you so much. Like I said before, really appreciate the time you've given me for this quick conversation. And yeah, VCT Americas champion, making that happen over G2, how are you feeling? What's going through your mind right now?
It just feels really good to show what we have been doing in practice for like almost half a year now. Um, I love playing every day with this group of people. I kind of said it on my on stage at the end, but I just think we have a really special group of players and coaches, staff that are just willing to really put in the work behind the scenes, and then when it really matters, we all can show up and just trust each other.
What was the first thing that kind of went through your mind when the final round was finished and now you guys were officially champions? What was going through your mind on that moment?
Um, I mean, it's cool that we won. I mean, it's pretty important to get playoffs for Shanghai. Um, but to be honest, like it was a 3-0 and we were just kind of like destroying even on the last map. So it wasn't anything like too hype or anything like that
Yeah.
for me. Um, but I mean, it's always a special moment that I'll remember, and I'm just really happy that we were able to get the win.
As I said before the start of, of the recording, it's not the first time you've been a domestic champion. You last did it in 2022 with Xset. Getting back to this point from that moment, it's been a long journey for it to happen. How much does this mean to you to just kind of reclaim your position as one of the best in the region?
Um, I mean, it feels good. I mean, I always thought of myself as a top player, but um, we had a pretty rough year last year and didn't really get to show what I can do, I think. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think anyone on this team can just be phenomenal. Any one of us can like pop off on a match day. I think that's just what's so special about this team. Um, but yeah, I always consider myself a top player, but I'm just happy that finally that we can just show it.
As you said, you got a very great roster surrounding you, and also much different compared to how it was in 2023. It's something that has been mentioned in my past interviews with various members of the squad, yourself included, but just how everyone's good. Everybody can just aim out of their minds, and just allows everyone to just kind of work off of that, and then that will then result to a win. For you to kind of be surrounded by those crop of players that can pop off on their own on the game map, how much of an effect does that give to the team, but also for yourself? As like one of the duelists for the team.
Um, I mean, it just makes it like easier for any map. I mean, yeah, with this team, I don't think I'm gonna farm every single game just with how our system is and the players that we have. I don't think it's just gonna be me like farming every game. Um, but I mean, it just makes the matches like a hell of a lot easier, and it makes our strats. We don't have to do like anything too complicated, honestly. Like we can just keep it simple, and we'll just most likely just shoot them.
And that you guys definitely did in this series. But what was the team's preparation like for this G2 squad? Given the fact that you guys previously beat them a few days ago, and then they were coming back to or coming into the grand finals after beating Leviathan. What was kind of your observations of the squad? And what were the kind of things that you kind of focused on in planning wise for this series?
Um, to be honest, I mean, we only found out we were playing G2 yesterday after their win, so it was around like nighttime, anyways. Um, I mean, we didn't really have anything like too like hard anti-strat or anything like that. I mean, we knew that we had the advantage with the map bans just because we were on the upper side of the bracket. We can just ban we can ban our map and ban a map that they're kind of strong at, and then from there, I mean, we knew that from our first matchup against G2, it was close, but that's because we were just had a mega off day that day, so we weren't really too worried. I'd say we are just focused on our own game, and we were just really confident in ourselves, and I think it showed today.
There was a moment in which, it seemed like as though the series wouldn't turn out to be a 3-0 result for you guys. Of course, G2 was ahead on bind map one, 8-4 at the end of the first half, and then you guys followed that up by coming back, all the way to win that first map and then set this foundation for how the series will then play out. Um, Covering that first half though, what do you think kind of went wrong for the team? Um, from your perspective, and what do you think were the biggest adjustments that you guys made to then turn it around?
Um, I think our biggest adjustment was making sure that we're doing things together and we're communicating it to our teammates in a way that are like um, that we're actually like doing something together. Because in the first half we were really like static, and we just felt like we were playing not as a team, and people were getting caught out. And to be honest, we were also just warming up as well. I mean, we had an off day yesterday, and just need a little warm up for that first half of binds. Um, but yeah, we just committed to our game plan. We knew it would be fun.
How much confidence that gave you guys, off of that comeback in map one for the rest of the series?
Oh, yeah, there's a good amount of confidence for sure. I mean, going down 4-8, um, any comeback of that sort will definitely bring like the spirits and confidence for any team up.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to ask about your performance, but not so much of this series, but more so just during your playoffs. You went to a different dimension at the start of the playoffs, taking down Loud, if I believe a KD difference of plus 30, I believe, and just kept that going the rest of the way up until grand finals. And yeah, it was a massive improvement for you, from regular season to now. I mean, what do you think kind of sparked this turnaround for you, or not really turnaround, but more so just this improvement in your game, individual game, uh, from then to now?
Um, I I don't think I really changed and much like individually going into like playoffs and like the regular season. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe it was just like the pressure. It was like a best of one, or not best of one. It was a single elim. So if we lose to Loud, we're out of playoffs. Would have been that. Um, I would just put. I think I just put myself in a lot of situations where I could play off teammates and just really put myself forward and getting a lot of fights in. Um, but yeah, I don't think I changed much individually, to be honest. I think just it was just on the day.
Yeah, for sure. And it's been mentioned a few times during the broadcast and even in also other interviews during the playoffs in the States about how it was a point that the team made by talking to you uh, during the regular season. You can correct me if I'm wrong here, but basically, Busio just kind of told you just don't think anything, just do what you got to do, just pounce on whatever you need to do to pounce on, and just go from there. And so when that kind of conversation happened to you, how much did that played into just your resulting performance and also your mentality on how you played the game?
Um, did he tell you that?
More
I
so,
mean,
no, not like him specifically to me. No, it's just this thing from other interviews. That's what I'm saying.
um, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, Boostio tells us like all of us, if we think we have a play, or he just we have like a system where if we think we can win the round off of a play, then we should just don't hesitate, take the timing. Um, None of us will like get mad at you or anything if it doesn't like pan out. But he kind of stressed that on everyone on the team. So everyone feels comfortable taking their timings, and if they think it's like the best play in the round that they can do. Um, but at the end of the day, like we have such a solid squad that we can always fall back to just having good team play and having good crossfires, good setups. Um, and yeah.
And as a result of winning finals today over G2, you now find yourselves in the second phase playoff space of Master Shanghai. You know, having a lot more time to just prepare and just get settled in China. Now, I just want to cover your expectations and also, who do you want to face? What's the team going to be focusing on now that you guys are in Masters, and what are your preferred opponents?
Um, I think just because I haven't been played international in a while, I mean, I I'm just excited to play any international team. Um, Fnatic and Team Heretics are looking good for EMEA. Paper X, Genji looking good from APAC. I mean, any team really, to be honest. Just really excited to just get like some international competition.
One more question that I want to squeeze in right before I wrap it up. Um, it's been a while since you last returned to the international stage, going back to Valorant Champions 2022 back in Istanbul when you were a member of Exet. Sure, we had Lankan, but everybody was kind of invited for that. But still, looking back at how you progressed your journey from that point to now, what do you think was the one thing that kind of changed the most for you for the better?
Um, I think just my overall agent pool probably the biggest change for me that I went through, and very like a positive change. Um, I'm like playing three different roles right now: a duelist, controller, then gecko, and like initiator. Um, I think it's really good that I'm hitting my agent pool a lot more, like wider. Um, Makes my stock as a player go higher. And just overall, it's pretty nice. I've never been on a team where I've needed to flex off a duelist, so I think this iteration is pretty it's pretty special. I get to play a lot more agents.
Yeah, for sure. And it's definitely doing well in its own right. Cryo, like I said before, congrats on winning VCT Americas Stage 1. Well, job well done. And I'm going to wrap up the interview right here. Best of luck goes to the rest of the team, but most importantly for yourself in China.